Yes, my family and friends. Welcome back to the West Best Media Present. Today we have to talk about the Horn of Africa, of the continent, where the fire is spreading from Kenya's youth rising up to Ethiopia's factions, Ethiopia ethnic unrest, and the power plays in Somalia. East Africa is becoming the next geopolitical flashpoint. The West is watching. China and Turkey is moving in, but the people, they are rising. This is East Africa Unfiltered. Please, before we go on, I will ask you to please subscribe, like, and share. Kenya. Let's talk about Kenya. Kenya versus the youth and the empire. The revolution is no longer a theory. It is in the streets of Nairobi. The Gen Z is rejecting IMF debts, slavery, corruption, politicians, and the illusion of democracy. The chant of Ruto must go echoes from the slum to the suburbs. Kenya was once seen as the US poster child for stability. Now it's their nightmare. What happened in Kenya could ignite the youth across all of East Africa. All of East Africa. Ethiopia, Tigray war may be off the headlines, but the wounds are fresh. Arab, Arama militants are clashing with the federal forces. Oromo nationalists is growing stronger. The dream of centralized Ethiopia's state is collapsing under the weight of ethnic federalists. And don't forget the US and the EU. Both tried and both failed to control Amin. Now China quietly funding infrastructure while Turkey selling drones. The emperor that defeated the colonialists now risked civil implosion. Remember now, Ethiopia was the only country in Africa, one of the only countries in Africa that was never totally colonized. Somaliland remains fragmented. Terrorism, poverty, and corruption. But the biggest story is Somaliland. This breakaway region is being quietly backed by the UAE and Turkey. For this tragedy, the Red Sea port, they want to control. The West is caught flat-footed. China thought Ethiopia is eyeing. China through Ethiopia is eyeing the port access, the Indian Ocean, and the Horn are becoming a military chessboard, and Somali people are caught in the middle. Now, before we go on, my people, please like and share, and leave a comment. Let me know what you think, and also subscribe so we can bring you more about Africa and what's going on in Africa. Now, let's move to South Sudan, oil, blood, and China. South Sudan sits on oil, and where's oil? There's foreign meddling. China built the pipeline, they control the flow. The government is corrupt, the people are hungry, and the climate change is causing chaos. Another war is not unthinkable, and it will be organic. Yes, it will be organic. It will be manufactured and managed and monetized. Did you hear me, my people? It will be manufactured, managed, and monetized by outsiders, not the people of East Africa, but foreign countries. Now, we're going to move on to Uganda and Rwanda, the silent strategies. Kabab, Paul Kagame and Mussolini plays quiet but calculated risks and roles. They interfere in Congo, influence South Sudan, and act as US and China's middleman. These two African countries, they interfere in the Congo, the South Sudan, and then they act as the US and China middleman. Don't be fooled by their silence. They shaped in East Africa behind the scene. But even their own holding is cracking as the young generation grow restless and the Pan-African sentiments are growing. Yes, my people. Our people are waking up slowly but surely. Let's look at the bigger picture. Another scramble for Africa. What are we seeing in the new Berlin conference without a table? Instead of carving Africa with maps, they're doing it with loans, drones, and deals. US troops are now moving to Niger from Djibouti and Kenya. China build roads and ports. Turkey sell weapons and win loyalty. And the people, they remain the same, poor. But they're rising in waves. Yes, the people are rising in waves, not just for food, but for freedom. Yes, for freedom. East Africa is burning, not from tribalism, but from global power games. The youth of Kenya, the fighters in Tegra, the hustler in Kamala, there's, they see it now that this isn't about politics anymore. It is about sovereignty. Please like and share and subscribe to the West Best Media. Drop me a comment below. Which country will rise first? Yes, drop me a comment in the box. Tell me which country you think will rise first, or who will fall harder, the hardest. Stay tuned, stay conscious. This is the West Best Media. And again, my name is Never Philpotts. Peace.